Hello everyone, Ed here. It's a Worst Whiskey Watch Wednesday under quarantine. We've been in official quarantine for like a week, 2 weeks now? I don't even remember. We've been in the house for a goddamn minute, I'll tell you that much. And I'm running out of Rotgut. I'm running out of things to do here. And so I think you all know what that means. It's time to engage in some wild sexual experimentation. Or we could just, blend some whiskeys together and try to improve some bad bottles. So this was a suggestion from Germund Higraff, who I believe is a European giraffe, and no one can correct me and tell me otherwise. He said we should take some bad bottles and see if we can't make them better. Now, I'm going to add some caveats to that. I'm going to say that whatever bottle we choose has to still be 50% of the blend. Okay, number one. Number two, I can only use one bottle that cost me more than $25. $25 for a fifth, okay? That's all. That's not rule number two. Everything else has to be under $25. We're going to make this a challenge because, I could just pour a bunch of Lafroig on top of some bullshit and it would taste fine because you're not going to taste the bullshit anymore. That's no fun. That's no fun. For our first entrant, though, we're going to start with my old nemesis, my most hated bottle, the one that gives me nightmares, Jim Beam Vanilla. Know what to do with this one. This one is, the problem I have with this one is it's so excessively sweet. It is uber vanilla-y. It's so sugary. And it's so overly flavored. So I'm thinking, do we try and thin this out? Do we add something funky to it to try and undo some of that sweetness? Do we add something earthy to it to try and bring down all those high flavors? I'm not sure. I'm going to try a few different options and see what I can't figure out. Okay, first things first. We got to bring down that sweetness level a little if I'm going to drink any of this. So I'm thinking some rye. Yeah, surprise, surprise, I know. But we're going to go with a cheap rye. Try and do something like this. Like Defiant maybe? Or Fleischmann's. Now, here's the thing. Defiant is very vegetal. It's very funky. It's got a little bit of earthiness to it. It's also a little sweet. And I'm trying to avoid the sweet. I really want this to drain some of that sweetness away. The Fleischmann's, on the other hand, it's a relatively neutral rye. It's not a lot of spice, but there is some spice there. It might be a good option. And it's a cheapo, so we can use our good bottle for something else. Or maybe I'll use a little bit of both, actually. Let's try a little bit of both and see what happens. I think the other rule we need to have that I just thought of is that one bottle that can be over $25, I can't have paid more than $40 for it. I think that's a good rule too. Because otherwise, again, it's just no fun. You got to use cheap stuff. So I'm going to try a little bit of this peat chimney in there. So it's smoky, but it's not that smoky. It's a little earthy, but it's not that earthy. But it'll work. We'll see what happens there. And I'm also going to try some of this lark. I'm going to try a little bit of this. See what happens with this. I've got 4 Glencairns here. So I'm going to give myself 4 chances using this combination of whiskey right here. Okay. So I think the prices on these were like 15, 12, free, but I think this was running like 20. This one's 30. This one was 20. So this is the only one that breaks out of our $20 limit right now. So yeah, if I use that one, I can't use anything else. But I'm thinking I'm going to try these, see what happens, give myself 4 chances to get this right. All right? Let's see what happens. All right, I've got my 4 pours of Jim Beam Vanilla. The whole place smells like vanilla extract. I got drunk on vanilla extract once, actually. You can do it. I mean, it doesn't taste good. It tastes like Jim Beam vanilla, so. I'm sure there's someone who might see this video and be like, I love the Jim Beam vanilla. Okay, that's fine. I can't stand how fucking sweet it is. So if you like vanilla, cool. Anyway, I've got my wee baby Glencairn just in case I need to sniff things before they go into the blends. Let's blend this motherfucker. I put some rye in these first two. So I did Defiant Rye in the first one and Fleischmann's Rye in the second. The Defiant Rye is actually working quite a bit better, I gotta say. That what is weird and prickly and funky in the Defiant has actually gotten smoothed out quite a bit. And it's taken away that really cloying sweetness on the nose. Problem is it's still there on the taste. It's still really, really cloyingly sweet. And the problem is I would put more Defiant Rye in there, but I'm already edging a little too close on the on that one, going over the 50% mark. So we're gonna have to put that aside, see if we can't play around with that a little bit more. Now, actually, the Fleischmann's is cool too. It's working pretty well. The nose is coming off as much more minty now. Yeah, like spearmint. Those little spearmint gummies. And it's not as cloyingly sweet. It's still a little too sweet for my taste, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I mean, I dig it. It didn't help the taste though. That is still a very sweet but weirdly cough syrupy taste. Yeah. So far the Defiant has the edge right now. Okay, now I've gone ahead and put a little bit of just a drop of Lark into this one, and just a little bit of Weems Peat Chimney into this one. Now, I think we're getting to the point where, since I've been drinking these, we're running low on vanilla. So I'm going to add a little bit back in there, just to stay within the rules, because otherwise, what is the point? You got to be able to follow your own rules, people. But yeah, on the nose, this is the Lark Peated Single Barrel Port Cask. So you can already get those a lot more fruity notes on there. It's not playing so well with that funky Defiant though. So I'm not digging that. Yeah, it's coming off a little too musty, a little too mildew in the basement kind of taste. Smell. I haven't tasted it yet. There's a little graham cracker there though that I like. That's kind of fun. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad on the taste. It's a little bit sweet. Maybe still a touch too sweet. In fact, for these next two, I may do a little bit of the Peat Chimney and the Lark in there. See how that works. Because that's close. That's close. We've toned down that vanilla. I think we need to meld those funky characteristics a little bit more with the sweet ones, and I think we might have it. But let's see what's going on with the Peat Chimney real quick. Dang, that's a misfire. That's a misfire. The nose is nice. The peat really took over on the nose, as it does, I mean, that's a thing. I think just the little drop I put in really took away a lot of that cloying sweetness on the nose. But that finish is just still all vanilla extract, just weird baking product. Let's try this. I'm thinking we need some Lark in there for that fruitiness with just a little bit of peat. I'm gonna put like half the amount of Defiant I did for this next one right here. Drop of this, just a smidge, half of the Defiant, or 3/4 of the Defiant I did before, and then Fleischmann's to finish out the rye component. I think that's the way we need to go. You can see the frickin' sugar in that. Ugh. Just the sight of that is giving me diabetes. Okay. Okay, this is getting close. Yeah, I'm getting oatmeal, brown sugar and oatmeal. Just a touch of vanilla. Not bad, not bad. We've knocked that really overly sweet smell down quite a bit. There's the red fruit, but not too musty. Oh, this is promising. This is promising, you guys. This is really promising. All right, let's get a taste. Oh, we're so close. We are so close. It's just that finish. It's the finish. I need to figure out what to do to fix that really overly sweet, chemically like finish. Can I do that with the peat chimney? I feel like the peat chimney mostly just helped the nose. I'm just gonna put a dash in, just a dash, just a drop. We'll see if this helps any, and then we'll figure that out going into the next glass. Yeah, okay, it definitely helped the nose. Earthier, maltier, ashier. It's got that Kalila funk. That's helping out a lot. Yeah. So okay, we need a dash of this in to help the nose. We know that. So I think we've got our rise figured out. We need like 75% this, 25% Fleischmann's. So defining Fleischmann's. Then we have a dash and a half of the lark with just a little drop of this. So that's got the nose where we need it to be. Yeah, that's working well. That's working really well. Oh yeah. Okay. Still sweet. Still very sweet. Still syrupy on the mouthfeel. I don't think that's going away. We're not going to be able to fix that. But if nothing else, that finish is starting to come a little bit more earthy, a little less like musty, funky, sweet, freaking out in my mouth bullshit, and a little bit more that earthy, ashy. So I'm feeling hopeful for this one. I think this last iteration, I think we got it. So let's give it a go. I'm gonna put just a little bit more of the Weems in this time. That's looking good. Let's take that right about there. Okay. We're gonna put just I'm gonna dial back the Fleischmann's a little bit so I can up the lark and the peat chimney a little bit more. So we're just gonna do a little bit of that and finish out a little bit extra of this than we did last time. Boop. Okay, looking good, looking good. And top it all off with the peat chimney. Okay. I think I might have overpoured slightly, so I'll add a little bit of vanilla back in, just to be sure. Okay, right now this is smelling like a very lightly peated blended whiskey, which, I mean, technically it is, right? Grain whiskey, whatever the fuck this is, plus peat. So we're on the right track there. Little bit of honey. Not getting as much fruit as I did when I just did the lark, which is to be expected, but nonetheless, that's still coming off as a pretty balanced nose. So, I'll take it. All right, let's see what happens. Okay. I think we might have it. That finish. Oh yeah, the nose, miles away from where we came. That nose is so much better. That finish, still a little too sweet. But it's way better than the first iteration. Oh, I just need a little bit more of that port cask finish, just to get this just right. If I can get the port cask taste on the finish of this thing, I think we'll have it. I just need a touch more red fruit, touch more musk, touch more funk, and we'll have it. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. If I was just drinking this out of a bottle, I would still say this was way too sweet. I mean, all this added sugar in here was not doing it any favors, let's face it. But nonetheless, this is a whiskey I could just pick up and drink. I mean, it would still be way too sweet. I'd still get all hyper and crazy and stuff. But man, I could drink this. I actually could. It took me 4 tries. Let's see if I can get that down to 3 next time. Let's see if I can get better at this. Because, yeah, we'll keep playing around with that. But it's got the must, the fruit, the smoke. Yeah, it's working out. Now, I think what we need to do, I'm going to do 2 challenges. One challenge is going to be I only get 3 tries rather than 4. The other challenge is I won't be able to use anything peated. Yeah, that's going to be another challenge where I can't use anything peated to adulterate the drink. Because let's face it, peat makes it easier because it's a very dominant flavor. So, what do you guys want to see for next time? I'm thinking we either do Colson's. This is the Walgreens Canadian blended whiskey brand. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a Canadian whiskey with natural flavors. Not quite as sweet as this bastard. Or we can do Prestige. This is the premium blended American whiskey brand from Walgreens. So tell me in the comments which one of these you would like me to see. You would like to see me try to improve next by blending, and tell me which of the 2 challenges would you like me to see, like me to do. Would you like to see? Would see like to me? Seals? Anyway, either the challenge can be I can only use 3. 3 strikes, I'm out, or I can't use peat. So those 2 things, which one do you want to see? And which challenge, all right? So until next time, make sure that you stay rotten. Wait, shit, I did that backwards. Make sure that you like the video, because that helps me out. You comment on the video, well, I just told you to do that. And you subscribe, because we would love to have you in our weird, freaky little family. And until next time, stay rotten.